feel good. Okay, this was a confident building run. Because it was an early run, she didn't have the knowledge of some of the later runners of how that terrain was going to run. But there's aerodynamics. You see there, good line over that last roller. But I think there's more there. She can definitely push on that outside ski at the top of the turn more and accelerate. You can't write her off in this position. It is, I mean, Federica, we thought she was so far ahead because she came down 0.74 ahead. People are coming in there. I mean, it's going to be exciting. And there's so much that you can make up if you read that terrain well and work it.
And just to explain, when we start the second one, which will be on iPlayer, actually, you'll see it on Olympics Extra on iPlayer at 12:30. They will start in a different set of gates. It's a separate parallel course, effectively, that will be reset for that.
Yeah, the course setups in giant slalom can be very creative. Whereas in speed and downhill, it's set by satellite. It's the same every time. In slalom, you can set for your athletes. You can change how far away those gates are within region and how offset they are. So that's why these rollers, they can be very creative. They can make it hard, and the rollers in the middle of the gate or at the gate, or they can make it easy. So it will be electric seeing what they do with this.
What do you feel they will do? Because clearly there is a little bit of air, and we've seen that has definitely suited the more speed-oriented athletes in this one. Will they go much more towards a flatter, easier course? What's your feeling on this?
This is the Olympics, Hazel. The best skier in the world has to deliver on the hardest course. So I'm expecting a big offset. We're going to see some bigger edge angles. I think they'll play with the speed more. It'll be faster on the flatter section, and you'll have to switch on that brain. I love it. This is like chess at speed. You know, you're having to use your brain and your physical skills. I absolutely think it's going to be amazing.
Remind everyone, you don't get a chance to have a go at this beforehand. No. This is all in the moment.
Yeah, huge amount of visualization. That's why you see them doing this and over the rollers. And they're probably doing some knuckles to buckles because we've got airtime on this as well. That is all they can do, having slid down for an hour with their coaches, slowly inspecting it. Then they just have to go out that start and execute the plan.
And this event, the giant slalom, we always say it was like yesterday, it's the easiest to ski, but the hardest to master. And when you think about the greats of women skiing who've won this, Wiberg and Compagnoni, and Janica Kostelic as well, it is, to use your word, it is the kind of hero event.
Yeah, it's the backbone. Yeah. If you can make an amazing giant slalom skill, you should be able to tighten that up over slalom and maybe make that longer for Super G. So we often see skiers in their progression, their lifeline, start off as a tech skier. And then if your GS goes really well and you've got that touch, then you might then become a Super G downhill skier. But I mean, with Federica, again, we're seeing that she's pulling those longer turns, those shorter turns. She has found her feeling. And what a time to find that feeling back again. The last two runs have been that Federica that we loved last season, absolutely dominating the world.
Yeah, and she's back. Can she hang on for gold number 2? We will see on Olympics Extra on the iPlayer from 12:30. Shelley, thank you so much. I'm really excited to have this one. It's been an absolute joy. It's on, as ever. It's on. Yes. But I'll tell you what else is on.
Yeah.
There's an awful lot on this day 9 of the Olympic Games. And let's show you what's coming up. Because we still have the dual moguls. It was a really big hit on its Olympic debut yesterday. Now it's the turn of the men to go head-to-head. Steep bumps course. Canada's king of moguls, Michael Kingsbury, has ruled over this one in the World Championship for years. Will he reign at the Games too? We shall see from about 11 o'clock this morning. Then at around 20 past, Klæbo and Norway go for gold again, and with it a potential watershed moment in Olympic sport. Will it be a 9th for this incredible athlete? Gold awaits him. We'll be live in Tesoro for the men's relay. And there's absolutely no chance of a quiet Sunday morning when snowboard crosses back, and this time it's the mixed team event, double helpings of all the mayhem in each race, and who knows, former world champions Charlotte Banks and Hugh Nightingale might even get a sniff for a medal here. But very definite chances of one tonight, though, for Great Britain in the new mixed team skeleton event. Gold medalist Matt Weston joins forces with Tabby Stoker, who finished 5th in the women's. Silver linings for that pair in the last 3 world championships. Maybe they've got punch the golden ticket this afternoon.
Technology, Symington Home, and all rising hands. In Billy, season one, celebrates Scotland.
The Six Nations, Wales against France. Tonight at 2:30, live on BBC One and iCloud.
I don't like liars, I don't like cheats, and I don't like schmoozing. It's your file.
The Apprentice. Watch on BBC iPlayer.
Meanwhile, back at the curling, this is the end of the seventh end. Germany with the hammer, trailing by 5-2. Like the end. And it looks like, yep, Great Britain are going well here. 7-2 for Bruce Mowat and his men. And that looks like it might be on the edge of another win for the British boys. Jackie and Steve, looks like it's.
Yeah, we just had a steal of 2 for Great Britain. The skip here for Germany.
Hey, good morning, guys. Sorry, my little Zoom needed to update right when I was logging in, so it took me a minute. But hey, here we are. Happy Sunday. As always, thank you for joining me. It's just, yeah, a little bit of peace on the mat. Yeah, it was a bit sunny yesterday, a little bit more gloomy today, but hopefully we can just kind of sink into some beautiful movement on this little rainy morning. And I was going to say it's kind of gorgeous. Sometimes the rain can be feeling a little bit, make us feel blah, but let's lean into it. There's nowhere else we want to be. We don't want to be outside. We don't want to be somewhere different. So let's just sink in and use that lovely little morning to, yeah, take time out for you. So let's lean into what the rain brings. It kind of invites us, doesn't it, to stay in. It invites us to get cozy. It invites us to stop. And sometimes that's exactly what we need. So on your backs, we're going to start in on our backs in Shavasana. We're going to close those eyes and get ourselves into a beautiful, peaceful place. And just breathe. Amazing. And as always, just thank you. Thank you for being online. Thank you for joining me even on replay. I really appreciate, my Sundays with everybody. And if you're watching at a different time, thanks for joining us. Right. So as you lay back, just begin to really soften into the mat. Eyes closed. Begin to find that lovely spot that feels super comfy. If there's anything around the room, especially the magic of being in your own home that you think might make you feel a bit better, cozier, I just invite you to grab those things so you can wrap up in a blanket. I'm gonna just pop my jumper on until we warm up a little bit today. And here we go. Leaning back, just sinking into your Shavasana, making a little bit of time out for you to rest and reset. I invite you to just check in. How do you feel today? Where are you at in body? Where are you in mind? Taking the time to just check in. Let's scan from head to toe as you guys begin your practice. Just noticing, do you have any sort of headaches? Any sort of emotion, heaviness, anything kind of going on in the mind, or actually physically any sort of pain in the sinus, sore throat, or the chest? Just check in. How are you? Relaxing the body down into the floor and the mat. Just allow the shoulders come down. Is there anything tight there? Maybe we'll find out as you move. Just allow yourself to surrender into the floor. I invite you to breathe in nice and slow with me through the nose. Inhale. And just exhale whichever way wants to come out. Amazing. And again, breathing in. Try and slow down that exhalation this time, whichever way. Mouth open, mouth closed. You can tap into your Ujjayi breath to begin, or just slowly exhale with the mouth open. It's my favorite breath, just slowing down that out breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And maybe taking 2 more of those. And you can really learn about yourself in the breath. I always notice when I take that first breath, is it feeling a little bit tighter in the chest? Does it feel a little bit higher up? Am I feeling, maybe that feeling where I began maybe my week this week in that fight or flight mode, the go, go, go. But now stopping gives me the opportunity just to slow it down and really mindfully breathe deeper. As we move today and flow, just focus a little bit on what that breath is doing. And maybe let's aim to try and get a little bit of breath a little deeper, whether it's through our twists, whether it's whatever it is. Let's try and move the breath so we can get that incredible little magic as we breathe deeper into our organs, getting that massage that we want so much. Just that healthy deep breath today. Maybe that's all the intention is. Or maybe there's something here today that you might want to bring to the mat. You don't have to, but if you did feel like, you know what, I want to leave a little bit here on the mat today. I'm feeling blank. I just want to leave a little bit of that heaviness here today. Just want to sit with it. I want to move through it. I want to breathe through it. Sometimes I use a whole practice just to work through an emotion, whatever it is you need. And when you're ready, begin just to rock the head left to right. And keep those eyes soft. You can just begin to flutter them open. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Whatever you need the practice for. It's physical, emotional, and maybe a little bit of both. I'm just finding some energy on this rainy day. But just thank you for meeting yourself. Thank you for meeting me. Just being here. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Next time you've got the head towards the right, just drop the shoulders down and really work the ear over to the side. See how that feels. See if you can push both shoulder blades down into the mat as you draw the ear over towards the floor. Deep breath in. Feel the chest fill and exhale. Use the breath to notice. I'm going to do a lot of my out breaths with my mouth open today. Just finding a little flare up with my asthma. You breathe in whatever way feels good. If you want to exhale, mouth closed, a little more traditional, take what you need. Inhaling and exhale. Amazing. Relaxing in the forehead, little smile, breathing in, turning the neck back to center and over to the other side. Just see how that feels, working both shoulder blades down, wiggling the shoulders away from the ears and then pushing the shoulder blades into the mat, ear over. Good. Breathing in. Deep breath and out. Breathing in and breathing out. And slowly bringing the neck back to center. Good. If you need to rock a little bit again, just get any of those little kinks out, feeling out where you might be holding your tension today. Go for it. Breathing in, coming back to center, breathing out. Good. I'm going to take a little bit of movement to twist the body. We're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest. You've got the option to keep that left knee bent, or you can extend it along the floor. Good. Start with a little supine twist. So we're going to draw the body all the way over towards that left-hand side. So we use the body. We're going to roll over, lift up to start peeling up into that right shoulder. You've got it. And then from here, we're just going to take that left hand. What I want you to do is reach it up over the head alongside the ears, and then just make a big circle wide out towards the right-hand side and in. It could be really small, lifting up. A little circle as you open the chest up, noticing where you might feel that tightness. Again, reaching up, breathing in. Then just flow a little bit here, reaching around and in. Inhale, arm comes up. Opening the chest, reaching around and in, just seeing what's happening there for you. One more, breathing in and reaching around. Amazing, and in. Good, so now you've got the option here. If you found it was really tight as you reached open and open that chest, take that left hand, relax it on the left hip, draw that elbow down and just see if you could wiggle the shoulders a little more in the direction of the ceiling. That's a great place to be. If you're feeling quite tight, remember this is our first twist, so it's absolutely fine if it feels different than other parts of the class. We're just gonna stay here for a breath, getting into the belly. Breathing in and breathing out. If you feel like you've got the range, you can also take both hands out into a T position. It's up to you. You've got to listen to you and your body today. What feels good? Feels too much pullback, you can also go into your fetal position and just take those deep breaths. Amazing, big smiles if you like. Inhale. I love that feeling. Sometimes feels cheesy to take a smile in the middle of a class, but it does like change my demeanor. It just helps me find that joy and the twist and the stretch in this moment. Feeling that breath, help that belly expand. Again, feeling maybe that little fill in the ribs. We're really working today just to get into that lovely deep breath, moving those organs, that lovely healthy breath to get us going. Again, let's roll the body back over towards the left-hand side. Take a deep breath in that fetal position. Inhale. And as we exhale slowly, I'm going to invite you, we're going to use the hands, we're going to guide that right knee back up, wiggle so that your back is flat again. You feeling comfy here. Amazing. Inhale, maybe drawing that right knee in towards the chest. Option again, you could have done your twist with the knee bend. You could have the leg extended, up to you. Just see how you're getting on in that hip. Good. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest, just relaxing in the shoulders. Breathing in. Deep breath in the chest and breathing out. Good morning to that body. Amazing. Bringing the foot down. We're going to bring that left foot in if you chose to extend it. Amazing. Just reset lower back, feeling nice and soft, square to the ceiling. Inhale, option to draw that left knee in, relaxing the tailbone down, noticing the hip there. Again, you can keep the knee bent even for the twist, or we can work to extend the leg. Yogi's choice. Just see what feels good to you. Breathing in. Deep breath and breathing out. Awesome. Breathing in. Let's see what it feels like to roll over. Peel the shoulder up to start. We really want to just see what's going on for our body. So it's nice to peel up, lifting up into that shoulder. And relaxing down. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Again, from here, we're going to reach. You're going to take that left hand this time, reaching up alongside the ears, and then just take a little circle out towards the left-hand side and in. Good. Inhale, reaching it up and taking it out and in. Good. Just flow circles as big or small as feels good to you. Just opening the chest a little towards the ceiling or a lot. Your choice. Inhale. Good. Just seeing, you might get a little stretch in the arm. You might be feeling it as you open the chest up. Last one, number 5, evening out the other side, and then slowly bringing that left hand onto the hip. Good, so you've got the option here, option to stay more in fetal position. You can just roll and begin to open the chest, maybe wiggling the shoulder blades as much as you can so that they're in line with the ceiling. Just breathing here deep into the belly. You might feel like that's enough, or maybe you've got that range. I'm going to wiggle slightly over. If you wanted, you can take the arms out as well, working. Eventually, maybe one day, maybe never. It doesn't even matter. It's all about what the directions and what the pose does for you now. So never feel like there has to be a goal, but breathe deep into the belly and maybe the arms come into a T position. Maybe the back body is flat on the mat, maybe not. Just work on the breath to the belly wherever we are. Inhaling and exhaling, just thinking. We're working so well into everything, our digestive system. Think about all those organs getting the movement that they deserve. They don't want to stay stagnant in the body. And this is where I'm forever reading that the yogis have a little up on our health because we are working with this breath. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing that hand back around. You've got to take that fetal position for me. Inhale. Deep breath in, out, and then slowly rolling onto our backs and just kind of finding that lovely little reset. We're gonna draw the left knee in one last time. Just see how that feels. Reset that lower back into the floor, inhaling. And slowly exhaling out. Fab, bring the foot down and slowly bring that right foot in if you chose to extend it. Amazing. From here, just bring the feet in a little towards the tailbone, reaching the arms up. Inhale, arms alongside the ears, up over the head, little arch here. Feeling that lovely length in the spine, a little reset, noticing any tightness, maybe shoulders. Noticing where you're feeling that stretch. Make sure you get that arch and get that little gummy bear underneath that back. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're reaching the arms up, tucking under in the pelvis and bringing the palms down. Inhale, we're going to lift up into the chest, take a little crunch, reaching towards those toes. Good, breathing in. Maybe you will slide the hands up the knees towards, up the legs, towards the knees. Inhale. And exhale, slowly bring the hands up, above the body, reaching them up alongside the ears, arching the back. Little bit of stretch here. Good, 3, 2, and 1, and then tuck under in the pelvis, feel the lower back push into the mat, slowly coming back up, maybe reaching to the knees. You've got the option to pulse, maybe taking a few little extra crunches. Feel like I'm really drawing the chest up. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice one for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring those arms back up over the head, little arch of the spine. Deep breath in and out, inhale. And exhale, good, tucking under in the pelvis one more time, lifting up, option to stay here. You can drop to the mat and take a breath or add that pulse. You're sliding the hands up the knees, good, for 4. Push the lower back into the mat, 3. Nice one, 2, and 1. Slowly coming down, head comes down, relaxing. Shoulders to the mat. Let's wiggle so the bottoms of the feet come together. Just going to take a little bit of our reclined butterfly. So if it feels better, you can lift up and bring the hands underneath your bottom just to support a little bit as you wiggle the knees wider. That might feel all right today. We've not done it much in the hips, so I want you to listen at this point in the practice. What is feeling better for you? Knees dropping out. See how that feels. And if you did want to wiggle the hands out and away, you can bring them onto the belly. Absolutely fine. It's up to you, though. You feel out what is best for you as we begin. Now, what we don't really want is a huge arch in the back here. Just see if you can flatten that lower back. And if it feels better to do that with the hands underneath supporting, go for it. You also put blocks there as well if you did have blocks, but don't often have them in our home practice. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Nice one, everybody. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's let the pose come to us. The magic of our Baddha Konasana, opening those hips. Breathing in and breathing out. Amazing. And you've got the option here if you want to rock that head left to right. Getting a little bit more into the neck. And keep it still. Yogi's choice for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Just staying for 2 more breaths. Inhale, breath to belly. And exhale out. Feel that belly fill. Breathing in. And breathing out. Stunning. Let's take the hands on either side of those knees and slowly guide them in and up. You've got it. Roll the body towards the right hand side. Inhale. And as we exhale, just begin to lift yourself up to that beautiful upright position on the mat. Oh, a nice little start, guys. Nice twist. Grabbing a drink if you've got it. We're going to take a few little seated cat and cows and move on to the knees. Cheers, my friends. It's chilly in my front room now. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Fab, hands onto the knees, or if you're sat in a different way, don't worry. As long as you feel comfortable, we're going to lean forward with the chest. Really want you to feel you can squeeze those elbows in towards the body, getting that lovely cow position. Notice if you're just leaning forward, can you lift up a little bit into the head and chest? Good. 3, 2, and 1. And then seated cat, we're going to draw in from the navel. Good. We tuck under in the pelvis. You can feel the pelvis roll. Hands come forward, chin down. Noticing how you're feeling there. Sometimes I feel really strong in the neck. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Feel that pull across the shoulder blades. Inhale. And slowly exhaling out. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, leaning forward. Good. As you lean forward, just see if you can look up a little bit. Draw the shoulders down in a way. Really thinking about what the back looks like when you're in cow pose. So we do have that little bit of deeper back bend. So instead of leaning forward in our seated, let's sit up a little more today. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly drawing in from the navel. Lovely work. Draw in and under. So we're going to let those shoulders concave forward. Really let the spine arch, let the tailbone arch under and the chin draw down. Notice where you feel it. I always feel quite strong in the neck in a seated cat. A little bit more sometimes than being on the knees. Thinking about where you're feeling the spine, the tightness. Maybe it's the upper back and the shoulders. Breathing into those spaces. 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing in the face, coming up to a nice upright position on the mat. Let's find some time just to roll in those shoulders. I'm going to work a little bit into our side plank kind of pose from the knee. Maybe give you an opportunity to do it in our flow today from plank. Let's just make sure that those shoulders are warm and strong. If we're going to put a little bit of weight on them in our balances. Good. Big circles. Inhale. Ooh, and exhale. Feel those crunches. I don't know about you. So those first few, I'm like, oh, this feels fine. And then you start keeping it moving. And you go, oh, I can feel that. Good. Let it go today for me. Inhale. And exhale. Just feel those stress leaving the body. We're going to keep it going for another count. 3. Nice one. 2. And 1, drawing those shoulders down nice and tall in the spine. You've got it. Breathing in. And as we exhale, we're going to make our way onto our knees. So however that feels good to you. Some of us bring the knees to the side. Maybe it's leaning forward. Absolutely fine. Whatever suits you. Obviously, where you're practicing at home, if you're on a harder floor, I invite you to roll the back of the mat up. On a carpet, you might feel like it's soft enough. But make sure you do what feels good today so that you are comfortable as we move and flow. Making sure the knees are supported. We're going to do a little bit of our sequence from the knees, just something to think about as we practice. So we're going to bring the hands down. Make sure you've got the wrists in line with the shoulders, hips in line with the knees. Good. Let's just do a little rock forward and back. It's sinking the tailbone down towards the heels, reaching forward. Just let the chest draw down. Inhale, slowly drawing in from your core. And then we're going to lean forward. So you can stay here. It might feel okay. You might want to walk the hands slightly more forward. You might be able to draw the pelvis forward and the chest through. See how that feels on the back. Shoulders draw down. Inhale, drawing in from your core. And exhale, sinking down. You got it. Maybe the hands nice and wide. Draw the shoulders down. If you want to take that active child's pose, you can have the chest more lifted, or you can keep it really soft and bend down. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Hands slightly more forward, leaning forward. So you listen to your body. You can stay here, drawing from your core. You can draw that pelvis through if the back feels comfortable. You can draw the chest through. Shoulders drawing down. Push strong in those arms. 3. Nice 1, 2 deep breaths with me. And exhale, drawing in from your core. And down. Good. You'll choose. It can be soft and relaxed, elbows soft. Head comes down. You can keep everything lifted. Rotate the bicep out and away from the ears. Just getting that little extra release in the upper body today. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Maybe one last time, we're walking the hands forward. I love this one for the spine. Just working. Pelvis forward if it feels comfortable. Remember, pushing into those hands. Good. Anybody wants to lift up to upward dog, you absolutely do not have to. That lower back might feel like it's too much. What you do is you keep those back toes are tucked. You push the tops of the feet in. You lift in the knees and really tense in the lower part of the body. It lifts that body up, and then we relax in the glutes and let everything draw down. Shoulders pushing down. Chin draws in. 3, 2, 1. Knees come back down. Inhale, coming all the way up to tabletop. Don't worry if that felt too much. Sometimes it's quite strong on the back, but that is the position we're looking for. That lovely straight legs, really kind of that tension that we create in the lower part of the body. Awesome. All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to take that right leg and we're going to inhale and extend it out. The toes are going to face forward. And then we're going to stay here in this lovely position like we're doing our tabletop position. We're going to bend into the right elbow and we're going to bring the fingers behind the ears. Inhale, we're going to lift up and open up in the chest. Try not to collapse in that arm that's supporting you. So the left arm, you can always come up onto the fist if the wrist just feels like it needs a break. Inhale, opening up nice and wide. See how that feels. And as we exhale, keeping the elbow drawing in, imagine you're kind of crunching in towards the center. See how that feels. Working the elbow in. Inhale, lifting up. Just see how that feels. You might get a little stretch in that inner thigh. Breathing in as we open and as we exhale, drawing through. Elbow comes in. Nice job, everybody. Inhale. Nice and little smile if you like. And exhale, breathing. Taking it through. Good. Inhale. This time when we open up, we're going to reach that hand long. Again, see how that feels, opening the chest. 3, 2, 1. And bringing the hand down so that both hands are aligned with the shoulders again. And now we're going to rock forward and back. So sink back just a little. The back toes can be tucked or untucked. It's just up to you. It doesn't really make too much of a difference as you sink back. You might start to feel a little bit more stretch into the inner thigh on that right hand side. And slowly come back to center. Maybe leaning forward to get a wrist stretch. Up to you. Just rock forward and back. Feeling it out. I want you to use your intuition for your forward and back rocks. If it feels a lot, just stay more in the center and lean in a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And my last one, we're going to find your position that feels like you just can sit. You're working through a little stretch. So sinking back a little bit or maybe a lot. Maybe you come down like you're going into child's pose and draw the chest forward. Only if the body feels open enough to do so. Please don't feel like you need to be there. It's just an option for those people who are a little more hypermobile or have really quite open hips and hammies. 3, 2, and 1. Everybody slowly coming back up to center. Let's wiggle that foot in slowly and bring the knee in so that you're back with hip distance apart. Inhale, other side. So we're going to extend. You've got it. Left toes, toes forward. Good. Feeling that lovely little stretch. See how that feels for you. And just check in. Good. Again, we're going to play with that lovely little crunch. So again, you can take that right hand, maybe a fist or palms pushing down. Inhale, we're going to take the hand behind the head, opening up, elbows bend. Feeling out. Sometimes I feel that in that lower back. In all different places in the body, maybe where we need it, reaching through. Elbow comes through. Nice one, everybody. Breathing in. Just noticing what the pose is doing as you reach in different areas where you're feeling that stretch, relaxing in that tailbone. Good. Try not to kind of squeeze or pull away. Inhale, lifting it up, really open it up. Again, feeling long. And as we exhale, last little twist here. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, team. Inhale, we lift it, maybe opening that hand up. See how that feels. 3, 2, and 1. And slowly bringing both hands down. Nice and strong and secure for your foundation. Good. From here, back toes tuck or untuck. We're going to rock back a little bit, almost like you're going down into a child's pose, and lean forward. Maybe a little bit over those wrists. You play with it. Play with what it feels like. Remember, every bit of poses, every asana, every breath, it's all there as an option. It's all there for you to feel out. How could this help you release something you're holding in the body? Listen to yourself. Trust yourself. If it doesn't feel right, come out of it. If it feels good, lean in. Your practice, your movement, your body, just trust you know it. And take what you need from the practice, as always. 3, 2, and 1. Last one, we're just going to find that lovely bit of movement that feels good. So you're going to sink down. You can either sink down and untuck the toes. You can find your little edge be a bit more higher. Maybe let the chest draw down. It's up to you. Just breathing into that space, getting that lovely stretch, kind of, you can feel it in that inner thigh, sometimes a little bit around the knee, the hips. 3, can be anywhere. Our bodies are so different. 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slowly coming all the way back up. We're going to bend in and bring that knee in, coming back to our tabletop position. Good. This time we're going to walk the hands slightly forward, right? We're going to keep that tailbone lifted. And what I want us to do is sink back. So we're taking it higher, like puppy dog pose. We're going to lift. We're not trying to sink down into child's pose. We're just keeping that tailbone lifted. Reach the hands forward. Imagine a puppy dog stretching its arms forward. We draw the shoulders down and away, biceps out. Feel the tailbone dipping up. You don't necessarily want the chest down towards the mat. You want to draw in from your core, really long in the spine. And just see what you can get from there. Sometimes we get the upper body more. Sometimes feel the hips. Sometimes it's both. Just breathe with me. Inhale. And slowly exhale, my lovely friends. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly coming all the way back up, walking those hands in. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to sink down, child's pose. We're going to take a little bit of time there. So knees can be hip distance. Or if you want to get a little more into those hips, coming back to that lovely little space. We did a little bit in the hips when we did our reclined butterfly. So see how that feels? Maybe we sink down, stack the fists, maybe the chest comes down. See what's right. And just stay there. Maybe take the knees a little bit deeper. Maybe keep the knees parallel and just breathe. The option to take your forehead on the mat and rock left to right if that feels good. Just releasing anything that you need here. Taking a moment just for some slow, deep breath. As we surrender to the mat and kind of feel the body connect with our mat, with the floor. Feeling the support of our mat, the support of this floor, this home, this space. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Nice work, everybody. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's begin to lift up and bring the body back up. Feeling the knees in so that they're hip distance. Yet again, nice work. Good job, everyone. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do our 2 little extensions out and take a step forward. So I'm going to start with the left leg this time. Inhale, we're going to extend that left leg. We're going to bend the knee, 2 crunches, knee to nose. Big crunch. Inhale, kick it out. And exhale, knee to nose. And inhale. We're going to take that step forward on the 3rd one. Good. Now, we're not going to come up into a lunge. We're going to swing that right foot back and slowly walk the hands so that you're facing forward. Good. We're going to wiggle that left foot forward a little bit. So you've got that lovely cut of on the knee. We're lifting up and we're looking at coming into that beautiful side plank from the knee. Good. And thinking about warrior 2 from the knee. So you don't want that bottom sticking out. Tuck under in the tailbone. Arms come along and check those middle fingers. Find that length. We're going to breathe in. And as we exhale, draw in from your core. Good. Let's sink. It could be a little bit here, but make sure you're rotating just like we do in warrior 2. We don't want the knee tracking forward. We want it tracking towards that baby toe as we sink down. Getting a little into those hips. Woo, good morning. If you're doing it in the morning, and lift up. Deep breath in. And now sinking down. You've got it. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, sinking down 1 more time. You've got the option just to take the elbow and the arm up, maybe reaching that arm alongside the ear. Keep squeezing, working the knee out. 3, 2, and 1, coming all the way up. Good. From here, I'm just going to wiggle over slightly. Stay where you are. We're going to reach the arms wide. I want you to take that right arm and we're going to reach down. So we don't want it in line with the shoulder, a little bit out. You're going to see if you can shift the weight to that arm and slowly begin to extend into the left leg. Beautiful. Left hand can be on the hip or lifted up. Right hand's nice and strong on the mat. Here you can have the palms of the fist. See how that feels. Now see if you can tuck under in the pelvis. If you've got any sort of lower back pain, this might feel enough. I'm gonna give you an option. We're gonna almost like make a rainbow. Inhale, taking the top head up and over alongside the ears. So you're making that lovely rainbow shape. Your arms coming up and around. Nice one. 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly beginning, we're going to take the arm back up alongside the ear. Now you've got the option here. You can stay where you are and just hold that breath. We can bend the knee and the elbow, bring them in towards each other, and then tap the toe down. Good. Taking our little crunch. Drawing in. Good. Tapping that toe. And in. Tapping the toe. Now the next 3, you can repeat the same movement, or you can keep the leg lifted in, and the leg lifts and extends. In. Good. 2. Leg lifts and extends. Nice one, everybody. And 3. In. Leg lifts and extends, and hold. 3, 2, 1. Bringing it down. Good. We're going to walk the hands, the body forward, coming all the way back. Good. Slowly. Let's take that left foot turn and swing the back heels back. We're going to wiggle that front foot over so we come back into a lovely little lunge. Inhale. Now we're going to come up into our lunge, breathing in, sinking down into that knee. Draw the shoulders down. You've got it. Breathing in and breathing out. 3. Maybe bringing the palms together, reaching up. If you want to add a back bend, inhale. And lifting a little back bend. Slowly bring the hands on either side of that front foot. Wiggle the front toes back so that the knees are in line and sinking down to your version of child's pose, whatever feels good. Knees wide or knees hip distance. Just let everything hang out. Got it. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Got it. Soften, eyes closed, let everything just begin to feel like you're hitting reset between our next sequence. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Breathing in. And slowly exhale out. Good, and breathe in. We're going to push the body up, coming back into that lovely tabletop position we know so well. Good, right leg, inhale, extend. Taking your 2 little crunches, knee to nose. Good, inhale, extend. Nice, drawing it in. Inhale, extend. And take your step forward. All right, remember we're not lifting up. We're going to walk the hands towards the left-hand side. I'm going to show you facing away from you, but I just think it's good to see the alignment from both sides, actually. We're going to wiggle that front foot in a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to slowly begin to turn that back foot. You're going to have the back toes tapped or untapped, so you can see that there. We lift up. Good. And again, we don't want that tailbone sticking out. We get that option to just squeeze, tuck under, knees tracking over. Good job finding those arms. Breathing in and breathing out, sink in into that front knee. Good. Nice work, everyone. Breathing in and out, just rocking forward and back. Getting a little deeper into those hips, maybe holding, working that knee, tracking it over that baby toe. Good. See how that feels from the knee. Sinking down. Maybe elbow comes out. Maybe we reach out. Palm can come up. Maybe alongside the ears, reaching a little further. Really work to get a little deeper into that lunge to the side. Soften in the forehead, my friends. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back up. Beautiful. All right, from here, we're going to reach over. Right hand comes down, left hand up. Or sorry, left hand down, right hand up. Apologies, my friends. Lifting up, relaxing the shoulders down. Again, we don't want that tailbone sticking out. We want to draw it under. You've got the option to reach the hands up and over into that lovely little rainbow we're looking for. Again, not dipping the tailbone, tuck under. 3, 2, and 1. From here, you've got the option, just stay and breathe, find a comfortable place for the neck, or you can take those crunches. We're going to slowly draw the knee and the elbow in. And bring the foot to the mat and reaching over. Nice whole stretch to that side body, drawing it in. Breathing in, that's 2. And taking our third one. Nice crunch team. And down. Now you know where we're headed. 3 more. Option to do the same. You can stay here and breathe, or we can breathe in and lift it up and take that leg and extend it out, lifting it up. Feel that little balance, working in the core, drawing it in and extending out. Amazing. And drawing it in and extending out. Maybe holding for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing it down. Good. We're going to walk those hands forward, forward, forward. Begin to swing that back leg back, bringing the foot in to find that lovely lunge position that we know so well. Good. When you're ready, finding that little bit of balance. Inhale, lifting up and just sinking down. Just taking our lovely lunge. Maybe palms come together. Inhale, reaching up, and as we exhale, maybe sinking down, maybe a little back bend in there. 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down on either side of that front foot. Wiggle that front foot in, knees hip distance and down. Just find whatever child's pose feels good. Maybe this time taking the knees parallel, just soft. Let everything hang out, maybe rocking that forehead side to side. Checking in. Breathing in, breathing out. Now I'm gonna face you. You stay where you are. We're gonna lift up in the chest and walk the hands over towards the right-hand side. Good, reaching across. If the knees are wide, you can keep them there or you can bring them back in. We're gonna maybe take that left hand on top of the right. Reach it over. Good, see if you can get that lovely breath into the side body. Inhale and exhale into the left side ribs, the lower back. Nice stretch here. Inhale, coming back to center. Maybe a little smile, maybe like reaching over. And maybe this time you can bring the right hand up top. Find a nice comfy position for the head between the hands. You don't want any strain in the neck here. And then focus on that breath. Inhale. What space is filling with the breath? Just see if you can notice. Inhaling and exhaling, just noticing what's expanding, how the stretch might be changing with your breath. Being really mindful, relaxing in the forehead, maybe a little smile, coming back to center, reaching forward. And then walk those hands in. Amazing. You're gonna swing the feet to the side, up to a nice upright position. When you're ready, I'm gonna love a little drink if you've got a drink. Cheers. Love it. Really nice little session. All right, let's continue. We're going to come up to standing. So whatever way feels good, join me in standing. And I'm going to give you an option in our salutations today to move into a side plank. You could do it just like we did now, kind of prepping us to go on the knee, and you can lift the leg up or keep the leg on the ground. Or you can go from side plank if you feel like it. I'll take you through that guidance. No worries if you don't get up, but if you wanted to, you can try that as well. It's up to you how that next bit unfolds, but please feel free to go onto the knee as we take our little flow. All right. Breathing in, breathing out, coming up to standing with me. Amazing. Make your way to the front of the mat, maybe jiggle those legs. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and drop them back. Good. Finding your Tadasana, we draw in from the navel, tucking under and squeezing in the glutes, feeling that length, nice and tall from the top of the head. I like feet to be hip distance, but you can always bring them together. Lots of other practices like Ashtanga, bring the toes together. Good. When you're ready, we breathe in and reach those arms up alongside the ears. And exhale, hinge at the hips, reach forward. We haven't done loads with those hamstrings, so let's take a couple of these. Just the first bit of our salutation, fold down to get into that space. With the chin, draw it down. Belly on the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Good, chest drawing forward, tailbone lifting if you've got the fingers forward. Otherwise, you can bring those hands up. Take your salutation as you need it. Bend the knees. Scooping it up, wide arms come up. And tuck under, strong in your core. Shoulders drawing down. Just feeling that lovely strength that you can channel, I guess is the phrase. I feel like Tadasana is actually pretty magic. Simple, but you can absolutely really feel that flow. When you're ready, inhale, feel the strength of your Tadasana, your standing pose. Breathing in, reach forward, hinge at the hips, holding here, just to get a little further into those hamstrings. Reach forward with the chest, and then fold down over the toes. Exhale, draw the breath in and out. And then you find your lovely halfway lift, arms coming up, elbows in, or fingertips forward, work the tailbone away. Got to draw in from the center of the body, soften in the forehead. 3, 2, and 1. Deep bend into those knees, reaching out, beautiful. And exhale, thumbs coming in. Right, let's find our little bit of our flow. Inhale, reaching up. Good. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fall down over those toes. Good. And halfway lift. Beautiful. From here, we're going to bend the knees. You can bring the hands forward, step, or hop back to a nice high plank. Good. Holding here or coming down onto the knees. So it's up to you. If you're in your plank, just drop the hips down. Heels draw away, pushing the chest forward, strong in the center of the body, pushing into those hands. Good. If you're on the knees, pelvis draws forward, push strong into those hands. Good. See how that feels. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to come down on the knees, or if you want to build in your chaturanga, lean over those wrists. Maybe take a little bend. Elbows come towards the side of the body, and you can either come down onto the belly and roll the shoulders up and take a cobra, or maybe lifting up and taking that lovely upward dog. So the legs are extended, chest drawing forward, shoulders drawing down, really strong pushing into the tops of those toes, or knees down, or you can be on your belly, working into your cobra. Whenever you're ready, come back down. Inhale, we're going to lift up. Everybody come back into your downward dog. So via the knees, you can go cat and up. And if you're in your upward dog, we push into the hands, we lift using the core until those back toes. First downward dog of the day. We're almost at the end of class. Fingers nice and wide. See how that feels. Bend those knees, swing those hips. What's going on? Deep breath in and out. Working those heels down, swing the hips. Maybe move the head left to right. Oh, enjoying that. 3, 2, 1. Fab. Let's come back to stillness. Inhale, tops of the toes. Step or hop if you're in the mood. Bring the hands to meet the feet. Hang out. Body hangs over the legs. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Yogi's choice. If your fingertips are drawing forward, remember we're not sinking back in those hips. We're going to draw the chest forward. We're going to feel that length of the spine, tailbone lifting, bending in the knees, breathe in. Exhale as we come all the way up. Inhale, palms in. Fab. See how that feels strong into Tadasana. Take a breath. Inhaling and exhaling out. Fabulous. I'm going to do another one of our salutations. We're going to build in the potential to do your side plank on the knee, or we can lift up. So you choose. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, reach forward. Pull down over those toes. Exhale, chin draws in. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Both are great. When you're ready, bend the knees, bring the hands forward, step or hop back to your high plank. Good. All right, from here, I'm going to invite everybody to come onto the knees. If you would like to take your side plank today from your actual full plank, just bear with me for a minute. If not, we're going to swing. You're going to take that left foot back. You're going to open the body and reach up and stay here. Drop the shoulders down. You've got the option to lift the leg. You're going to come all the way up from that plank, lifting into your high plank. Good. We're going to drop the heels, both heels. Bring the feet a little closer together. Drop both heels over towards the left-hand side. Maybe see if you can wiggle that front hand. So the left hand's going to wiggle slightly more forward and see how it feels to shift the weight onto the outer edge of that left foot. And then maybe you've got the ability to peel up. Don't worry, if not, come to the knee. But if it's there, there's the option today to lift up. We're really lifting up into this hip, reaching that top hand up. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back to center wherever you are, slowly. And then from here, we're going to come either onto the knees, down and lift into your cobra, or you can lift up, chaturanga. Little bend in the elbows. Quite challenging coming up into that upward dog, or come down onto the belly and take that lift into your cobra. When you're ready, you know what to do. Come to the knees and arch the back, lifting up into your downward dog, or push into the hands, lift up and make your way to downward dog. Breathe. Good job working into that a little bit of a sequence. I'm just been throwing in those little elements to help you maybe shift your even one small part of your sun salutation. You've been doing these for years. Maybe you can build in part of it. Maybe you like to stay on the knees, but there's so many options here. It's nice just to play with it sometimes. Inhale, let's look forward between the thumbs, tops of the toes, step or hop forward. Keep body fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bend the knees and slowly reaching up. Find that beautiful Tadasana. Tucking under. Exhale. Just breathe with me. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe mouth open, mouth closed. Just feeling that little moment to reset. Remember to tuck under, strong in your core, shoulders down. Good. Let's do the other side. Inhaling and exhaling. Remember, it's great to go on the knee, or if you want to play with lifting up. And again, you can come to the belly, roll up to your lovely cobra, or you can push up into your chaturanga and your upward dog. No pressure either way, but all the options just so that you can make the practice yours. When you're ready, breathing in and exhale, let's breathe out. Inhale, reaching out, little smile, you've got it. So our last little bit of our salutation, fold down over the toes, draw the chin in. Inhale, halfway lift. Join in from your core, bend the knees, bring the hands forward, step or hop back to your high plank. Good, so you've got the option to stay and hold the plank. If you're gonna come from plank, you can come to the knees. If you're gonna do it from the knees, everybody comes to the knees now, moving that right foot across, slowly walking. We can all walk that right hand a little bit more forward and out, and lifting up to that lovely side plank from the knee, and you got the option to lift the leg. If you're moving from plank, everybody meeting me in that plank, wiggle the feet together. Good. We're going to take that right hand slightly forward, and we're going to rotate and see if we can bring the outer edge of that right foot onto the mat. Maybe you can stack the feet and lift the hips. If it feels comfortable, you can peel up in that top hand, pushing up, ready, lifting up into that hip. Love little arch, push it into the floor. If that's there for you today, no worry if it's not. For 3. Breathing in and out, 2. And 1, slowly bringing everything back to center. Good. Row, everybody bring the legs, the feet, we're facing forward. Good. You can come into on the knees, bring the belly down, roll the shoulders up, and come up into your lovely, beautiful cobra. Or from your plank, little chaturanga, lift through. Breathe here wherever you are. Our last little bit of stretch here. Chin draws in. When you're ready, either moving up to the knees and lifting up into your downward dog from cat, or on tucking those toes and lifting up into your downward dog. Wherever you are, you feel it where you want to be with your downward dog. Walk the heels. Move the head up and down. Left to right, baby. Amazing. Holding here for 3. Deep breath, 2. And 1. Beautiful. Inhale, we're going to come to the tops of the toes. This time we're going to bend the knees, bring the knees down. Beautiful. We're going to swing the feet to the side and come all the way back around to a nice upright position on the mat. Deep breath in, sitting nice and tall, and slowly breathing out. Drop those shoulders down, nice and soft in that upright position. Fab. If you got a drink today, please do grab it. Nice work. Really nice work today. Good. All right. What we want to do is just bring the legs in a cross-legged position, or in a position that feels comfortable where you can just sit on the mat with the spine tall. You can have one leg out, one tucked, whatever feels good. You can even do it sat on a chair. Nice one. Breathing in with me. I'm going to exhale through the mouth. Drop the shoulders down. I really want to highlight as you take another breath, no matter what your vinyasa looks like, I'm just trying to kind of show you a few more options so that you can make the practice more and more yours. If there is a goal of yours to build a little bit in the upper body over time, the chaturanga is the way to do that. But you never have to do that either. Always come down onto the belly, roll up, cobra. There's so many benefits to all layers. So it's just, what is it that you want from the practice? Inhale and exhale. Amazing. Breathing, and let's reach those arms up alongside the ears. And as we exhale, we're going to twist over towards the right hand side, bring the hands down. We don't want that back arching. Feel like I'm drawing nice and tall from the crown of the head. And lifting out, deep breath in and out. Relax the shoulders down. Enjoy that beautiful twist in the breath to the belly. Inhale and exhale. Back to center. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Good. We're going to bring that right hand down and take that beautiful side stretch. So make sure you got both of the sit bones nice and even. And what we're doing is we're trying to push down into the left sit bone as we reach across, shoulder comes down. Breathing into that side body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Noticing we've tried to work that breath in many different directions today. Lots of side body work, belly work in terms of the breath, twists. Inhale, coming all the way back up to center. Our arms come alongside the ears. Exhale. Breathing in. Going to twist over towards that left-hand side. Hands come down, lift up nice and tall from the crown of the head. Breathing in and breathing out, relaxing in the face, relax in the jaw, softening. We're letting go of any tightness you're holding in the teeth. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Relaxing in the forehead. You've got it tall from the spine. Taking the twist as deep as feels good to you. Inhale, coming back to center, reaching those arms up. And exhale, we're going to bring the left hand down. Remember, we're putting both sit bones nice and balanced on the mat, and we're going to push down a little bit on that right hand side as we reach over. Good. Relax the forehead, breathing in and breathing out. Draw the shoulder down, thumbs back. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in, slowly coming all the way back up with both hands. And as we exhale, bending in the elbows, we're going to bring both hands onto the shoulders. Just take the elbows up and find some circles here and down. Breathing in, up and down. Breathing in, up. Hold in 3, 2, 1, and down. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands forward. Inhale. Exhale, nice and slow. Let it go. From here, we're going to take just a little forward fold to begin to close down the practice. So you can stay here, just draw the chin down and let the back arch a little. You can walk the fingertips forward and fold down a little more. Bring the elbows down, reach the hands forward, whatever feels good. Be more upright or a really big forward fold, you choose. Whatever you do, ask you to look down or close the eyes. Breathing in and breathing out. Just feel that breath. Closing the body down, surrendering. I almost feel like whenever we take a forward fold, it almost for me just represents gratitude. Gratitude for this moment, this breath, this practice, our gorgeous community. Grateful for all of you. Grateful for my body. Maybe it's a beautiful time to ask yourself, what are you grateful for? What is it that just want to say thank you? Despite the rain outside, what is it that brings you that light, that brings you that peace and that softness that we often feel on a quiet, sunny day? What brings you peace? Brings you comfort? What brings you safety? Is it a cup of tea, a warm bath, the voice of a friend, wrapped in a blanket? What's bringing you a little bit of joy this winter? Inhale, coming all the way back up from your choice of your forward fold. Breathing in and breathing out, keeping those eyes heavy. I invite you now just to take the head left to right, slowly keeping the eyes soft, ear to shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. And bring the head back to center. Inhale and exhale. Amazing. Just stop. Notice the sounds you might hear around you in the silence, your space. You hear the tap dancing sound of the rain as it slowly Brings that little pitter patter on the windscreen, on the window, sorry. You hear anything else around you? Can you just soak up the quiet? Just stop in the beauty and peacefulness of your own home. Soak up the stillness. Being fully present. When you're ready, if there's any last movement you like to make, even if it is just taking those movements you know so well in the face, please feel free before making your way into a lovely cozy Shavasana. Close the eyes. Wrap up warm. And sink into that lovely space. Make sure that the body's comfortable. Legs extended. Take up space in your home. Don't be shy. And just reset. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Allow the forehead to soften, relaxing the tightness and tension you might be holding. Tracing, almost feeling a vision in your head of a release from the crown of the head all the way down the face. It's like the warmth or a light. Those eyes closed, just allowing you to truly relax. The skin, the eyes, the thoughts. Give yourself permission to rest. The final minutes of your practice. Allow the creases alongside the eyes, even if you imagine them ironing out all the little lines. Also finding a little love for those lines, the laughter, the joy, thinking, the creativity that they bring, softening them out just to soften in mind and body. Relaxing in the teeth, finding a really soft jaw, and allowing the whole of the back body to melt. Be cradled and supported by the floor, the mat, wherever you chose to lay. Sometimes these months, there's a heaviness. Sometimes things feel big. And I've got this beautiful poem, again, leaning into my book, Joy Chose You again today. This poem's actually called Go Little, which I love. Go little. When everything feels just a little too big, give yourself permission to go little. When the overwhelm is dragging you down, go down. Make yourself small. Make your world small. Wrap yourself in a blanket and take every little task, only one tiny crumb at a time. You can't outrun that tsunami, nor can you swim with it. You must kind of do as it wishes. Let the wave wash you along until finally you can open your eyes on a beach, blinking at that beautiful bright sunlight as it caresses your skin. You will come through it. So give yourself permission. Sometimes it's better to go little when everything feels just a little too big. Go little. Wherever you are this week, this month, whatever comes up for you, I invite you just to take those small, teeny tiny steps. letting go of the pressure to do anything big and grand if it doesn't suit you right now. Listen, as you do in your practice, to your own intuition. Be good to yourself as we continue to lean in to this winter season. All right, my beautiful friends, thank you for logging in. Cannot honestly thank you enough for our gorgeous Sundays together. Means so much to me. Peace and love. Stay as long as you like. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend. See you next week.